sorry.
Oh, wouldn't it be nice to be that young again? Oh, gosh.
I have a meeting next week, Lee.
Wish I was that young again and knew what I know now, right? I know what I knew. I knew what I know. No, I think that wouldn't be good. Luke, you're probably in that same age group. I told her, I said, if I was any better, I'd have a runaway. You know what that meant?
Shoot.
What does it mean?
Well,
I just realized I forgot to put the weed supervisor on the monthly reports. I don't know if he'll show up or not.
oh, well, we'll just invite him up anyway.
Well, we might have to invite him next week. Yeah, you're right.
So he's probably out yesterday. Otherwise, he's usually here.
Oh.
Haven't you ever watched the good old Western and the horses got spooked and they took off and couldn't get them stopped? They had a runaway. That's what that is.
Oh, okay.
Just couldn't get the horses slowed down. They just run and run and run.
Most of it's gonna be.
And I've been on a number of those.
It is 9 a.m.
What I like about Western movies, I pick up a big bag of gold and they throw it right over that horse and you couldn't lift that bag so you wanted to.
I just seen this, I thought.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9 a.m., Tuesday, December 3rd, and it is time for our weekly Cudahy County Board of Commission weekly meeting. We'll open the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and Troy, I believe it's your turn to lead us in the pledge. Will you do that? Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Troy. Housekeeping, if you got a cell phone, which I'm sure you do, please silence it or turn it off. If you do get a call during the meeting that you need to take, please step out into the rotunda area so you don't disrupt the meeting. Also, this meeting is being streamed live, so if you wish to approach the board with any questions or comments or anything, you will be on that stream, just so that you know. It's a heads up thing is what I want you to be aware of. Having said that, is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the board this morning on an item that is not on the agenda? If so, we will certainly give you time to do that during the open. We wouldn't be able to vote on anything because it is not on the agenda, but we still want to offer you that opportunity to express some concerns or comments that you may have. I see none, so is there any board members that have any issues or conflicts of interest with any of the items on the agenda?
No.
That being said, I'll
Make a
entertain a motion to
motion to
approve the agenda.
agenda.
Motion by Hatton.
Second.
Second by Van Duzen. Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Move to
Action
approve as
minutes of the
emailed.
November 26th meeting. I have a motion by Hatton, second by
A second.
Giebel. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. We're going to go right into the monthly reports. And Extension is not here today, so we'll go right to Veteran Service. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning, Al?
I do not like snow.
You do not like
Morning, Al.
I like winter.
I'm with you on that.
Okay, for the month of November, we had 2 trips to Sioux Falls with 4 riders, 77 appointments or walk-ins. We had Veterans Day weekend this last month and had a really great turnout, very successful. We had over 500 at our Veterans Day program at the Extension Complex, and at the Redland Arts Center we had the Canadian Wall, and we had over 3,500 visitors during that weekend for that. So very successful weekend. The crew from Canada was very impressed with Watertown and the hospitality that we showed toward them, and so it was really a good weekend.
It was a good program, too. Thank you for putting that together.
You're welcome.
Any other comments for Al?
The open house,
What's that?
the open house for the VA.
Oh, yes, the open house is
Thursday.
5th.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Ribbon cutting at 10 a.m., I believe.
yeah, 10 to noon, and there'll be refreshments, cookies. I'm sure you'll like that, Myron.
No, I won't be there. I've got a South Dakota Retirement Board meeting on Thursday.
That's more important.
So eat an extra cookie
No.
for me, will
I
you?
don't need
Just
it.
have another extra
Yeah,
cookie
that's
for
going to
me.
be a nice, nice open house. Going to have
The-
color guard there and a lot of dignitaries there.
Good,
so.
good. And it's a very, very nice looking facility from the outside. I've not been in it, but I'm sure I'll be in it in a very few.
I've had a tour of it, and it is very, very well put together and very...
Everyone that works there was really excited and looking forward to working in the new facility. If you hadn't been in the old one, it was really crowded.
I was going to say, they outgrew the old one, correct?
You're right. They added about 3,000 square feet and more services, so which is good.
I've been in that new facility there, and it's laid out a lot better for
Yeah,
the staff
it is.
and
And I
privacy
think they
for the
added
patients.
2 nurse practitioners, I think is what they were, told me they were adding anyway. They had to hold up an appointment for me till they got aboard
Right.
and so that happened.
And,
Question I have,
Physical therapy is really expanded out there, so they'll be able to do that on site instead of having it to be farmed out.
yep, and that'd be great, that would be good. Question I have, and Sarah's here also. Sarah's been emailing me about some issues with some heat and electricity issues over in the auditorium. Is that, we got cheap rent over there, but we still need to have heat and
Yeah,
electricity.
yesterday morning when I walked in, it was 51 degrees.
Yeah,
So I went down and he gave me a key to get through the gate to hit the reset button, and it came on for a while, and then it went off in the afternoon, got down to about low 60s again, and then he came in and took the part down to Tacker, and thank God it fixed because it was nice and warm this morning when I walked in, so.
good, good. What about electricity? Or
Uh,
is that part of the heat?
I
Is
think
that
that's,
all?
I think, see, they've got the Atlanticated fuses over there in
Glass
some
fuses.
parts. So,
Do you need a handful of pennies?
no,
Don't burn the place down.
turn the place down, right? But,
You wouldn't remember that either, I'm sorry.
that was an old trick.
The fuses that screw in, if you ran out of fuses, you could just take a penny and a penny would fit in that hole. And that would create the circuit so you could just go ahead and run, but you never never blew a penny.
But the pennies were orange from the heat sometimes, right?
Yeah,
But so far, so good on the heat today, so hopefully it keeps going.
good, all right, we hope so. But if you have more trouble, just keep, let us know if
Yep,
there's something we can
will.
do.
And Brian has been very, very good to us over there.
Good.
And he bends over backwards to make us happy.
Good,
So,
thank you.
good to
All
hear.
I
right,
think so.
let's go on to welfare then, Sarah. And in your packet, you have Sarah's September report and the charts, the pie charts, bar charts, and what else did Lee teach you here? That was it. That's good, they're easy to read. Go ahead, Sarah.
All right, for September, we had 49 services provided, the bulk of those for utilities and housing. I had, so then on the second page, instead of cost savings, I switched it to cost avoidance because that's better terminology. It's stuff that, if there weren't these other services, we avoided those costs. With utilities is your biggest bulk, and that's going to be primarily because of the energy assistance, signing people up for that. One thing I wanted to mention as well is if people have rent, utilities is included in their rent, they can still get energy assistance, and we use that a lot with people, and that just deducts a portion from their rent. So we use that a lot. We've been using that a lot to help people on that. We had 2 calls for burials. One was not a Cottington County resident, and I'd have to look up to see what the other was that did not meet qualifications on that. So if you look at the pie chart, it just reflects basically what the first page is. So the bulk of our services in September were for utilities and housing. And then the final page is the referrals, the bulk of that being energy assistance at that time. And that's our biggest right now, too, is just getting people on that to get that. And we've been seeing more and more people that were using that for towards their rent. So to help get that reduced to remove those evictions and stuff, so. That's it. Any questions?
Okay, that last page, you got one here on referrals to other agencies.
Correct.
That's energy assistance. And that program has been around a long time, and it's been very, very useful, and I think it's been well used.
Yes, it's a fantastic program, and I strongly support it. So, and I know a lot of times that's one of the programs at the federal level that they're always talking about cutting, and I would not recommend that because that would be significant impact to us as a county. But it helps people get that heat through.
One other question I had this week from an individual was in reference to the hotel or the apartment complex that is scheduled to be knocked down. We do have a certain amount of rooms in there we use on a regular basis.
We had just one. People might have been placed there as far as what they paid for the rent. The county might have assisted as far as with getting them in there, but ongoing, we just had the one.
And where are
We're
we?
done with that, right?
Yes,
We are finished.
yes,
That's
that
no
is
longer
finished.
there.
Yep, and I'm working on a couple of things. I do have an agreement with East Point Temporary right now, possibly that could move into long-term, and then I've been working with other entities as well as a possibility to find another. Seems like you get this close.
Where's East Point?
East Point is the old
Memorial
hospital.
Oh, sure. Okay, yep.
And that comes with utilities and cable, actually, too. So we do have an individual under that at this time.
Sarah, could you review what you've done so far with advertising for your temporary assistant?
Yeah, if you want me to move, yeah.
Yeah, that's down.
Number 16, yeah.
Number 16. Let's just jump right down to number 16.
So we did put in I did contact Department of Labor. They've got that posted with them, and then we did put an ad in this last weekend's paper. So that's what we've done, and we posted the position open until filled, so that allows for the applications to come in as they come in. So.
Do you want the board to take action on number 16 in the event that your applications don't?
Yes, I would like to do that. The last time when we advertised and stuff for the position, there wasn't a huge response. So I think when I did call Express Employment, they thought that they possibly have somebody. So that would actually expedite, I believe that would expedite the process of getting somebody.
I'll make a motion.
All right, we have a motion by Van Duzen, a second by Commissioner Waterman. Any discussion?
I just have a question. I don't know if you can figure it out, Cindy. So if we go through them, we pay 1.5% for them to manage the account. Is there any way, like, can you tell me, like, if they were on the first step, what the difference would be with them managing it, or if we would just pay, like, the
No, I can't, not right off the top of my
workman's
head,
comp or
no.
whatever?
No.
Sarah, what did you say was the,
It's just, because this person's only going to be with us temporarily, this is not a bad way to go, because they handle all the payroll withholding. We don't have to send them a W-2 after the 1st of January. They handle the workman's comp. We don't have to worry about that.
Some other benefits is they do the drug testing. We can do a background if we want, but they're looking through the applications of what they have. And
Yeah,
then
they're
if
going to
it's
send us
that
somebody
you're-
qualified without any surprises.
And if you are dissatisfied, you just get to call them and versus that yourself.
So what you're saying, Cindy, is being this is very short term,
Yeah.
by the time we'd get everything in place, it would be,
Right.
and shut down, it would take more work than what it's worth.
In my opinion, yes.
Thank you.
It's just a more efficient way of handling
The situation.
such a temporary situation. Yeah.
What time frame are we looking at, Sarah?
The doctor note says 3 to 4 months. The issue is there's no weight bearing. She can't have any weight
So-
bearing.
so
So
what-
dependent, in a month, we'd kind of know possibly.
And when would this temporary person be on board? Like, as soon as possible kind of thing? Is that what we're, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good discussion. Any other questions for
Did you have a
Sarah?
question?
no, that was my question, was what was the actual benefit to going with this agency? And I think it was answered.
I have one more question,
It's going to
Chairman
expedite
Johnson.
things.
Yeah.
And that is, we don't want to see anything bad come to our temporary help, but if she can't, and we replace her with this not our part-time help, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
And we replace her with this temporary help, at what point in time, if she works out, can we replace her?
Is that a personnel issue to discuss?
I would think that's a personnel issue, and we probably should
wonder if we
discuss
should-
it at
Okay.
at the
That's
meeting.
a very good question. I think that's okay.
Terry's expertise too.
Good question, though. Any other questions, any other comments? We have a motion and a second on the floor. I'll call for the vote. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Make
Thank you,
sure and tell her
Sarah.
we want her back as soon as possible.
I do. And she does as well.
Good.
Did you want, with that comment, did you want me to stay for executive? Did you want to discuss an executive, and did you want me to stay? I do have another appointment kind of coming up, but I can.
I don't know if we need to address it today. I mean, and some further, maybe down the road.
If it becomes an issue,
Something we could
we'll
look
address
at.
it.
Okay.
That's not-
Yeah, let's wait and see if actually anything would happen.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, Luke, you're up. Let's look at number 7, action to approve a couple of
Your
plat
paperwork is right here.
Plat
And I do
resolutions.
have a Hayduck down first.
Brock and J&J, and we addressed these at our last planning and zoning meeting, so Brenda and I have seen them. But Luke?
Sure. We have, the first one on your agenda is, by the way, good morning.
Good morning.
The first one on the agenda is the plat of Brock Hayduck Edition, and that is a plat. It is, it's straight west of Waverly on the county road that runs into Waverly right there. Instead of turning into Waverly, you would just keep going, and there's their house, their farmstead. They were granted a farmstead exemption. They own a 40-acre parcel. Ultimately, there were many ways to slice this pie, but basically, as you look at the plat itself, what they have is they have an old outlot that was legally described before 1976. They wanted to have 5 acres. The fact that they were making it larger and wanted to retain building rights on the portion outside of that meant that they had to get a variance and then replat it, and that's where we sit with this replat. The Planning Commission recommended approval, Board of Adjustment granted the variances because we have to in order to authorize it.
I make a motion to approve it.
A motion by Hatton, a
Very
second by Commissioner Waterman. Any discussion?
It's just
Any
something that we
discussion?
do quite often with the homestead exemption,
Yeah.
so it's a,
Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Let's go to the second one, J&J Mather Edition.
Sure, this is the plat, as you said, of J&J Mather Edition in the southeast quarter, section 35 in Elmira Township, 1 mile east of Watertown, a mile and a half east of I-29, and on Highway 212 is the best way to think of it. It is a case, also something we see a lot of, family member. This is actually an old farmstead as well. There are 2 houses sitting on the site now. They're carving off a 5-acre parcel around one of the houses for one of the children to have. Again, this is tailor-made as far as what the rule was meant for. The only thing the only comment I have is that it is a very oddly shaped lot, which again is why you have the plat process as opposed to just describing it, because this would be a nightmare to describe and a nightmare to track without a plat.
this is in my district as well, so I'll make a motion to approve
Motion by
this.
Hatton, second by Commissioner Waterman. Any discussion?
A lot of why that's odd shaped is they have that easement.
Exactly. For what it's worth, there's a driveway that goes straight up to it. However, just in the event that there comes a case where they want to separate the farm, which is where the SE 1/4 sits, that's where the whole farm is, in case they ever want to split that off and have a separate driveway, that's why they went off to the side, picked a spot where they thought it would do the least damage if they decided they had to come up that way, so.
And these were approved unanimously
Yeah.
at our planning and zoning meeting as well. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Thank you, Luke, for coming up and bringing
Thanks,
those
Luke.
up to us. By the way, they have moved
I was
into their
going
new
to say, maybe
facility.
we need an update. They're all moved, and so if you're looking, you need to go north on 81.
Yes, we have. We moved into our new building on North 81. Well, it's not on North 81, a block off here.
Yeah.
A building off of North 81, north of the 14th. Probably it's on 18th over on. And so, yeah, we're in there. We got into it about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it was right around Veterans Day. So, yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago. And still getting used to it, getting into things. Finding a lot of treasures from the move.
Luke has the northwest corner office, so if anybody complains about cold, it'll be Luke.
He can be your blizzard watcher.
Yeah?
Yeah, on the north side.
Building you were in?
Not Cindy.
What's going on with the building you were in?
As of now, I don't know. I know that they're looking for a tenant right now, but yeah, as of now, I don't know of anything. Our lease actually went on until at least this month. I was actually thinking it went all the way to the year, but I mean, we're on it as far as I'm aware. So.
All right, thank you,
Thanks,
Luke.
Luke.
Have a good day. Let's go on then to item number 8, and that's action to award a bid for a riprap project from bids received on November 26th. And Rick, you had an opportunity to go back to the office and dig into those bids, and what have you got for us?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Clausen and Sons were the low bid, and I checked, and everything, their excise tax was all included in their bid. There was only one bid that did not have it in it, and they were, I think, fourth on the list, so.
And what was that bid?
For Clausen?
Clausen and Son, yeah.
$563,810. Is that your recommendation?
I'll make a motion to go with Rick's recommendation on this project.
Motion by Hatton, second by Gable. We want to put the number right in the
She had it in our packet.
563,000, what was it? Next?
$810.
$810.
$810.
Quick question, what was the one that did not include the excise tax?
That was Clausen Construction.
Clausen Construction, so the third, okay.
So that excise tax, they did put that under a different heading, is that?
No, they just had it included in the
Lumped
bid.
in.
And it was all lumped in.
The MOB fee or something like that?
Yeah, because some of them had it in the mobilization, and some of them just had it included all together in the bid.
So this total bid for every one of these is the same?
Except for Clausen Construction. Theirs would have been more, because they said it was not in the bid.
So we're not Clausen, but it's Clausen and Sons is what we're, the motion.
Correct.
Yes, just to make sure it's clear.
There's two.
Yeah, there's two. Yep, there's two.
So maybe we need to change our bid notices to advise the bidders to include all taxes, all applicable taxes
Yeah.
from now on.
That'd be a good idea.
All applicable taxes should be included in the bid.
In the bid. That would make it a lot easier
Yep,
for.
that way
Something
we
like
know.
that. That way
Yep.
we know, yeah. Yeah.
Any more
So
discussion?
if they don't, then there would be no surprises if they don't
If
have it
they
in the
don't, we're
bid
taking the bid that
that they
they,
gave.
yeah,
Okay,
goes
good.
back on them.
Good. Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Seeing none, I have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Clausen and Sons do have the bid. Let's go on then. Rick is here. Authorize the chair to sign a bid letting for the BRO 801538 bridge replacement, and that is in your packet. You want to find that? Rick, you got the information on that?
This is on County Road 4, north of town. This one's been in the works for a long time. I know Rick Small had talked about it, and it's all coming to a head now. They're planning on letting the bid in March of next year.
So this bridge replacement project comes from 80% federal funding, and the county has 20% in matching funds. And the total estimated project is $950,595.28.
Move
Was
to-
this one of the bids on our big project? I mean, that thing we have to,
No.
Five-year plan?
this is,
No, on the 5-year plan?
Yeah.
No.
it was not, okay.
No, this was
in the works before.
that.
Okay, all right.
So what is the, I'm sorry, make a motion.
Yeah, I made a motion to approve, but
I'll second it.
A motion by Hatton, second by Gable. Any discussion?
So what's the length of this bridge, Rick?
What is the county's portion?
Okay, go ahead, Commissioner Waterman, question.
I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'd have to go back and look in the plans. I think Cindy's got some plans in
This
her
is
office.
they got a small bridge project and a big bridge project or something?
Yeah, this isn't in the big program. This was before the big program. It started 10 years ago, working on this bridge, because there's damage underneath the bridge that needs to be replaced. So,
Right?
I think Commissioner.
The 20%, Troy, of county matching funds is $190,119.56.
Thank you.
Rick, so since this was previous, we used to receive that funding from the state, and they have been gradually kind of giving some of that back to the counties on a yearly basis, isn't that right, of that original fund?
We get STP funds, I guess I don't know.
and I'm not sure
Where
that
they come from.
134,000 that we received this year came from that or not.
Oh.
I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
They don't give us much information when they send us money.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just-
Basically, all I got was, we're getting a check.
Yeah, because I know they were going to start divvying some of that back out again. I don't know how they figure that out exactly, but, okay.
It's from that it's Senate Bill 1.
There is a formula, yeah.
Yeah, they use a formula. All right, more discussion? Anything else? Any other questions? I have a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, Rick, let's go on then to item 10, and that's opening of bids and action to award for culvert installation project, and that is also in your packet. And Rick, where's this at? Well, you're opening up, you can just kind of give us a little background, just to get us, so everybody's on the same page.
This is on County Road 23-4, which would be on the northwest corner of Medicine Lake.
Not sure how many bid sheets did I give everybody?
If you don't have
I
it,
don't
I
have
have
any.
it. You don't have any?
Unless they're at the
I
end.
got some here.
I have some.
Okay.
I got,
You'll each need 2, it looks like we've got more
I don't
than...
have any.
I've got, here, I got,
Here's two.
Thank you, Rick.
anybody else
Anybody
need one?
Yeah, pass it.
take
Pass one down, Tim.
Here's a couple more.
More,
They need more. They're each going to need 2.
And
so
here's 2.
Rick's going
There we
to...
go.
Two, you can do two on a page, right? Yeah. There we go.
Troy, you have some?
I got some.
Okay, Rick, this is...
Those are,
Oops, sorry.
no.
No, not that, I'm all right.
Those were last week's.
Oh. Okay.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, there's a whole different one.
Yeah, I got the different one. Okay, cool.
everybody ready?
Same page.
yep.
All right, the first one is Jeff Argo Excavating.
They are out of...
Watertown.
Okay.
And there is a check with it for the bond. Okay. He has for the riprap and fabric, 3,000. And then for the culvert installation, he has 10,900. And he has the excise tax is $283.70. For the total of $14,183.70.
I'll put it in a second.
That's what you came up with?
Yep, 14,183.70.
All right. Okay, second bid is Deutsch Excavating from Watertown. And let's see, and there is a bid bond. Okay. Mobilization, he has 10,000. Excavating for the culverts and trench, there's 14,000. And then installation of the pipes, he has 10,000. And then he has backfill and compacting, 13,200. And then he has fill material needed, 3,300. And then fabric, he has $825. And then he has riprap, 15,000.
15,000?
Yes.
It's confusing.
But these two are so far off, I wonder if
Is that riprap, or is that for the material or the installation?
What's that?
Is that for that 16,000, is that for the material or the material and installation?
That was
Yeah.
furnished and installed. And then he has $1,353.69 for tax.
Say that again, that number?
$1,353.69 for a total of $67,678.69.
$53,000.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Next bid is from Clausen and Sons. And there is a bid bond. Tax and everything is included in the bid, and there's just a bid of $149,575.
575, you said?
Yes.
So, yeah, interesting. Either that or that is different. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's it.
And the next bid is from J&J Earthworks from Millbank. There is a bid bond. Okay, mobilization, he has $4,500. To place the pipe is $33,750. Backfill material, he has $7,800. Then he has pipe bedding material, $13,920. And then riprap, he has $875. And then he has fabric here, but there's no price or anything on that. And it looks like the total is $60,845.
So we're not sure about the excise tax then, or if that's included in that.
Their last one, it was included in it. So,
Probably is then. They just do it on each thing.
and that's, did that one come out?
Well, yeah, it did.
Okay,
Yes, it did.
all right. And that looks like all of the bids. There is a huge difference in
Yeah, you better.
Did you have an estimated cost in mind?
around that 50 to 65.
Okay.
65,000.
Okay.
A couple of them are in the
We need to
neighborhood.
check with that first one to make sure that
Yeah.
everything, because there's such a discrepancy in the bid
Uh-huh.
amounts there to make sure that,
Yep.
So do you want a motion to postpone till next week? Because do you think you'd be able to get it done yet today, or when do you need to have
What's
this
the contingency?
approved?
I can give him a call a little bit
This is the-
and find out if there's,
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
if that's what he's willing to do it for, so there's a huge difference.
Yeah,
You need
Yeah,
to validate
well,
just,
you're talking
like,
14,000.
I'll make a motion to postpone pending
Motion
validation.
motion on Gable to postpone
Second.
until next week, and a second by Van Duzen. That was the motion, right? Any discussion? That'll give Rick a little time
Time
to
to validate.
figure out, contact these people. Any more discussion?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
and a question for Rick. Wasn't this to be scheduled by the end of the year?
Yeah.
And if we postpone it for a week, we're gonna lose a week of construction time.
Yeah, and I'm not sure when he'd be able to start. That's something I'd ask too when I
Do you want,
give him a call.
I mean, is it something you could?
I'll try giving him a call right now and,
Well, then maybe
go from
we
there,
should
and I'll go
modify the
back and
motion
let
to,
you know.
maybe we should modify the motion to table it.
wait and see at the end of the meeting, then we
Or
can
just
always
hold- just-
postpone.
I'll withdraw that motion then for now.
All right, yeah, is that all right? Who seconded the motion? Is that all right?
Yep, that's fine.
To withdraw the motion?
Yep.
Okay, and we'll table it until the end of the meeting, and if you can get back with information,
Yep.
fine, and if not, then we can bring that motion back on.
So we should probably just wait, if you'd want to just let us know for sure one way or the
Yeah,
other.
I'll go give him a call right now and see what I can come up with.
Thanks, Rick.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go on then to item number 11, which is action to request a purchase of a vehicle for government department. And there's a item in your packet that shows that the request is for $30,980 for a crew cab. Looks like it's a Dodge or a Ram or whatever. And where is this pickup going to be used? Cindy, do you know, where did the request actually originate from?
Actually, the amount is $30,589, and it would be used
So
here
it's
at the courthouse.
not correct on here,
I
right?
think when Milo,
It is.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you just,
I got two of them on here.
yep. When Milo reviewed his budget with you in July, I believe he advised that this pickup would be here, the pickup that's here would be transferred down the line, maybe to the ag building, and then an ag building pickup gets transferred to the park. And he has included this in his 2020 budget.
So he has included it in the 2020 budget. What are the wishes of the board?
Move to approve.
Motion by Hatton to
Second.
approve, and who made the second? A motion by Waterman to second the motion. Any discussion?
Cindy, is this from the state?
This is the
Bid?
state bid list, yes.
And
Yep.
that's,
Wagner Auto has the contract for this particular truck, which is a Dodge Ram 2500.
was our local, did we look local to see if we could
I don't know.
beat that price? I
The
mean,
last one we bought out of Sharp, that Chevrolet that we bought for the highway department.
I can't answer that question.
I mean, I would certainly like to give our local folks the opportunity to bid on something if we're buying it local. I don't know if they can beat that price or not, but
Well, the last